be able to still. Hi guys, I'm doing something different. I'm going live from my normal page. You'll have to bear with me. I really feel like I kind of got hit by a train or a bus today. I'm just feeling this energy because, as a lot of you guys know, I don't always like moon energy. We're gearing up for a full moon on Wednesday, so this storm is going to keep picking up intensity until like Thursday-ish. So that means a lot of people are feeling achy, tired. I can never sleep good with lunar energy. Just making you feel ascension symptoms. We're all being upgraded right now. I like to tell you that too. We're all having our DNA activated and going up a level right now. So a lot of times people can be having like purging of negative thoughts, just feeling kind of like shitty. This moon is in Scorpio, so it's really bringing out the darkness a little bit. And I don't know where I'm going to go. I wanted to read this lovely speech I have, but I think it'll be too hard to hold the camera and read it. So I'm going to go live from home tomorrow, and I'm going to do the blood types. And then I'll do what I was going to do today, which is talk a little bit about racism and stuff like that. So bear with me. I will go live my normal time from home tomorrow. I just haven't been live since that last video when I promised to do the blood types, and I have to be able to read some stuff when I do it. So we're just going to kind of wing this. I kind of forget where I was going, but we're just having conversations like normal. Basically, this moon is just bringing out a lot of darkness. This isn't like what you guys think, like we're good and evil gear up and have this big epic battle. A lot of people are still believing that. Because that's really what it's like in the third dimension. We believe in that separateness, and really there's only one side basically. So a lot of people are kind of picking sides and picking good and evil, and really there is only one side. We're all striving to go towards the light. We can go ahead and lie to ourselves and say we're dark and embrace the darkness, but really we all turn light eventually. So I also want to talk about, I see a lot of division and separateness going on. I'm guilty of that. I have no problem saying it. I'm probably one of the most blocked people in the spiritual community. I just sort of kind of jumped in to this, and I'm still swimming. I haven't drowned yet. I just kind of jumped into this, and my life is really like public knowledge at this point. I do everything pretty much right out in the public. A lot of my work you guys don't see. And I feel like sometimes people aren't getting the complete picture of me, because you guys are really just seeing a small aspect of what I'm doing on Facebook, like with live and my comments and stuff and posting things like working on this group. But you guys aren't really seeing a lot of what I'm really doing in my real work. So I feel a lot of judgments going around about me, about my page and my work, and it's cool. Because I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm just doing what I'm guided to do, and I'm just helping those I'm guided to help, and I'm just kind of going with the flow, and every day is a new adventure for me. We want to talk a little bit about, I have Mike Caffarelli here with me again, which is always great. I love being able to talk with him. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is not my twin flame. Last time a lot of people were confused and saying, oh, it's really good to see you and Sparks together. This is Mike Caffarelli, a member of my soul group. But I want you to maybe discuss a little bit about, are there benevolent reptiles? Maybe that's why people are getting upset with us, because they're benevolent reptilians and they're trying to help us, and people are saying we're racist and we're causing separation by not allowing certain people to work with us. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey everybody, yeah, benevolent reptiles. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure that there are a few. You know, you can't really say that there isn't, yeah. But for the most part, I think, you know, if you're into this information and material, I think you won't have any trouble finding a large, you know, many sources of information that tell you that for the most part, the reptiles consider us their food or sexual objects. So, you know, I think you need to be careful who you're blending your energy and opening your soul and mind up to, because they will, you know, they will come in and you know, contact you, and they're not positive. I see a lot of reptilian healers around us. I don't want to like drop names, but I see several, and I feel bad for the people that are misleading, because I see people literally getting misled and going into their traps, and they just basically, they're awake and they get stuck at another level of consciousness. We have to be really careful
that we're not buying into other people's realities anymore, that we're creating our own. I feel like when we buy into these realities that we're kind of getting stuck here. Like, what good is it being spiritually awake if we can't liberate our souls? And I know that in the end that a lot of these people will come back later, but to me, loyalty is everything. I'm a Taurus, and I'm working on that too. I'm working on being more like okay with these things. I'm still working on many things. I'm not put together. I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. But I'm here to tell you that we're all perfect already and that we don't really have to change these things, that we were made perfect and that we're just kind of refining ourselves. Because I see a lot of this stuff, and the same people that tell us that we're separating things come into our group, cause drama, you know, and all over in the name of healing.
Yeah, causing the drama. Like, all this drama going around is... It's
drama.
It's
so
not
I've never
necessary.
seen so much drama in a spiritual community. I feel like I'm in high school all over again, where it's cliquey. People are like getting cliquey, talking about people behind their backs. I get like screenshotted. Hi, Lionel. I get screenshotted. This morning I get a screenshot from someone saying, Robin blocked me from the group because I blocked her. I didn't block this person. I don't know what happened, but I think it's ridiculous that people are complaining that if you want to block any administrator in this group, then you can't be in our group. Want me to tell you why? Because then we can't see your posts and we can't administer them properly. It's not a big deal. And why are you blocking me and wanting to be in my group so bad? Because this is something I'm pouring my heart, soul, and all my energy into.
Yeah.
So I have been learned very valuable lessons about my energy during this, but even before I was awake, I was learning valuable energetic lessons. I'm an energy worker. That's just what I do. And a lot of my life, I went through really extreme experiences. I don't really talk about my past because it's something I've healed and I don't live there anymore. So I'm not like really showing all of myself to you guys, but I've been through some horrific things. You can vouch for that, Mike, right?
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
been to the bottom of hell and back, like worse than anyone you will ever meet, I assure you. I've had every bone in my body broken. I've been to the depths of hell and back. And well, my big problem is people are giving me shit now and saying, why are you talking about reptiles? Why are you doing this stuff that's perceived as negative? I'll explain it to you. I think that my duty as a light worker is to help others out of their darkness. So I came to this group knowing that there were many people in it at a low level of consciousness. And I might have conquered my own darkness, but I'm the type that will go into someone else's and help them fight their way out of it. I'm a good person like that. I'm going to fight for my soul group. People don't understand that. So all the time I'm able to do that. I'm able to go into the third dimension, the fourth, the fifth, whatever, and I'm able to help people of all different levels of consciousness. And I just see people are not understanding. How about we all have different roles? We all have different missions, but they come together like a puzzle. I only have one piece of this puzzle, and it won't do us any good if people, instead of wanting to heal, want to block me. I trigger the crap out of you because you need to heal. I'm bringing up things that no one will touch. No one will talk about this stuff because they don't want to ruin their brand. They don't want people to block them. I don't care. Like with me, being authentic is better than enlightenment. I think that being authentic is the best version of ourselves that we will ever get. So with me, it's what you see is what you get. I have nothing to hide. I pretty much have my whole life on camera, my entire journey from the beginning. Just what you see is what you get. At least we're authentic, right?
Absolutely. And people need to understand that, you know, the universe was made and designed with duality in mind. It's what they call the hero's journey. Okay, so yes, there is evil and there is good. You can't, I mean, I understand people want to believe that everybody is positive and you need to, I mean, yes, you need to love everyone.
I guess you haven't got on my bad side before, right?
Right. Yeah, right.
I guess you haven't got on my bad side before to think that, right?
You're
because,
right.
I mean, if we all think that we're all completely positive, right? But, I mean, honestly, you guys haven't had a bad day. This energy is about to get intense. If you're not having one yet, you're going to feel like you got hit by a train in 2 days. So
Yeah.
I know everyone likes to think they're perfect and they're put together. And then someone said to me, too, you know, this is a twin flame couple that you blocked. I said, I don't care. I don't care. Do you think I really care? I think a lot of people get hung up on that. just because I'm with my twin flame, it doesn't give me an elevated position in the spiritual community. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect because I'm with my twin flame. It means that I'm working on things that most people know nothing about. I'm working on balancing those polarities. Want me to tell you what this journey is about? First, we balance those polarities within ourselves, and then we come back together with the other aspect of our soul. And I know a lot of people, I won't mention any names, in the spiritual community believe that they're with their twin flames. I'm going to tell you, this relationship will rock you to the core, and you'll know it without a doubt. Mike was someone I was in a relationship with in my soul family, and we went through a lot too, and it was a very intense connection, almost like a twin flame. But a twin flame is nothing like that. It's gonna see through your entire soul, and you're gonna start really purifying, purging, and going through this process and working on yourself. And once you come into balance with that other aspect of your soul, you're literally merging heaven and earth. I had a negative polarity, my twin flame had a positive one. We merged them together and created something else, a third component that's completely different. So a lot of people have negative polarities. A lot of entities have negative polarities. I don't think the question is, are you reptilian or are you not? How about the new question for me is your polarity positive or negative? That's what I care about. So a lot of people can say what they want. I believe that a lot of these entities have a negative polarity, and I don't want them around me or my energy. And I'm going to protect me and my soul group. That's what I do. I am turning into sort of like a goddess of healing and protection. So I feel obligated to protect all of us from this darkness. And then with this moon in Scorpio, you're going to see it rise right back up. Things that you thought you had dealt with are coming to the surface. You're going to be seeing a lot of darkness. They have the most murders and the homicides and crimes during this moon coming up out of the whole year. Like, so out of all of the moons, darkness is really coming to stay till Thursday. So we kind of need to wade ourselves through this. We kind of have to heal it and dissipate it. It's not going to do us any good if we keep ignoring the same problems. What makes you think the world's going to change or be any different when we just keep covering up and masking the same problems?
Yeah,
literally.
You're not going to know that there's a problem unless you bring up and shine light on the problem.
Yeah, we're about to bring up everything uncomfortable that you don't like talking about. And you know what? Those that'll be with me at the end, those are the real soldiers. Those are the real warriors. Those that can handle looking at themselves. Some people look at me and I'm just a mirror of you. And some people don't like what they see. Some people love it, right? It depends where you're at with your healing. So people just don't like looking at themselves, and they'd rather hit the block button. But you know what happens when you're blocking people? You're losing the rest of that puzzle. I have a piece, he has a piece, Sparks has a piece, you guys each have a piece, and if we don't put that puzzle together, it won't do any of us any good. So instead of maybe blocking people, I see people blocking their friends in the spiritual community, members of their soul group, arguing with people. Maybe just know that everyone's a reflection of yourself, and the problem is you, not anyone else.
Yeah, we need to remember that, people want to have this crusade that reptiles' lives matter too, and I understand that, sure. Listen, in the end, love is the answer in the end. But the law one, don't forget, also states that you need to respect yourself and defend yourself, and not lend yourself to manipulation from the evil side or whatever you want to call it. You're all
being strained for energy. We're all being siphoned energetically. At least I'm getting smart with mine, and I can control where it's going now.
But the thing is, don't let other people manipulate you into creating a straw man argument amongst ourselves.
Yeah, it's a soul group. This was so infuriating to me, that we're supposed to be working together. We have a common enemy. It's not each other, believe it or not. And believe it or not, we signed up for this. So anyone, there's 43 people watching me right now. If you're watching me, you contracted before you came onto this planet to learn with me, and you contracted to be watching me right now. So nothing is random. We planned all this out. So I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, I hate the world. Oh my God. You know what? We're never going to change this world. We're going to rise above it. We're actually going to transcend it, and we're going to learn in higher dimensions, and we're going to create a new reality. So we don't have to focus on destroying the old, but we do have to bring up certain issues to heal them among ourselves. What's important is not the collective, it's healing ourselves on an individual basis. I feel that this is just me in my life, and I've learned valuable lessons jumping into this community. Trust me, I've only been online maybe a year or two, but I've learned valuable energetic lessons. I like to give my energy away. I don't like people to come and ask me for it. I like to volunteer my energy when I see someone having a problem or being sick. That's what I'm really doing on Facebook most of the time, is healing a lot of you guys behind the scenes. That's just what I like to do. And so I've learned valuable energetic lessons. I was telling someone this morning, there's 2 types of people that you're going to meet. There's type A, which will be like most of you guys, right? Where I'll give you guys some energy, or I'll give you guys some advice, or I'll try to help you. And you guys will actually take my energy and you will use it to transform your lives. You will try to change. You want to change. Then there's type B, who would be the energetic vampire. They will cry about their life. They will complain. They will play the victim. They will come to you every day for advice, but they will never change anything, and they're just sucking your energy. And they will court you, and then they don't even need you around. They can just literally drink your energy from afar. So it's very important that we're cutting energetic cords and putting ourselves in white light. I wouldn't dare go live without putting myself in white light and protecting myself, because that leaves my energy wide open for energetic vampires. I'm seeing the purple light again. I already knew that though. I was like, I'll probably maybe see some cool light. What do you want to talk about now? Just talk about something.
I was so interested in what you were saying, that the light is back, is it not?
Yeah, I just channel stuff from higher sources. I believe I access the Akash records. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of learning, but I access something that is a surplus of information where I can just download anything I want to know about. So Mike doesn't usually watch my videos. It's probably not used to being around me since I've awoken so much.
It's all, you know what though, I have noticed a extremely positive, you know, turn of events in your life. It's been amazing, actually.
Yeah, as much as I have negativity still coming at me, I have less and less of it. I literally try to be on a love vibe all the time. I have nothing but love for anyone. You will get to a place where you have nothing but love left. You don't understand. You will get beaten so much in this fucking matrix that you will have nothing but love left. And if you're not there yet, you will be. I was trying to explain to Mike that I know people, the second thing people hate me for is I say we will not all ascend. And people hate me. And they say, no, that's causing division. We're all one. Yes, we come from one source, but let me break it down a little bit. On my own personal journey, I had to descend. We came here and we chose to descend so that we could ascend. How could we ascend if we didn't descend, right? So we come here, we go through this journey, and it's kind of a journey of conquering our own ego and our darkness. And then we reach a point where we're ready and we ascend. I've had hundreds of thousands of lives here before I could be at the place where I was ready to ascend, just to let you guys know. So it's kind of a special thing. You're seeing not everyone is awake. You're seeing some people are choosing to descend. I always say this, my favorite line is when people say, well, everyone's ascending. What about the people that died this morning and will die tomorrow? They're not going to ascend with us. So everyone is not ascending. I believe that it's important to use your discernment and focus your energy on those that are ascending and choosing to change. Not everyone will change this life. You already know that there's going to be another planet people go to, right?
Yeah, I mean, all the stuff that I've researched and the people that I have, you know, looked into or
the third dimension.
Gotten my, you know, tried to get as much of information as I can from, have mentioned this. You know, there's going to be, you know, at the time when this planet goes through the energy field that we've been going through this heightened energy for the past, what was it, 40 or 50 years.
Mm-hmm. A long time we've been leading up to this.
And it's all starting to come to a head. It's all becoming more and more powerful every day. Yeah. So some of us are going to ascend, and those that don't, from everything I've seen or can learn, are going to end up reincarnating somewhere else
into the third dimension. There's going to be a whole planet for the third dimension.
We're going to continue to learn our lessons until we learn them.
Yes, that's for people that are choosing separateness. So I know that there's a lot of people preaching oneness, but they're still practicing separateness with a lot of their actions and their words. I mean, oneness is like the term that's just getting thrown everywhere on Facebook. And it's a difference between saying you're one with everyone and being one with everyone. I always say that. There's a difference between reading about this stuff and experiencing it.
And let's not forget, you know, you can ascend if you're negative.
Yeah, that's what tell us about that.
But the difference is that, you know, you live off of basically consuming the fear energy off others.
Yep, so there are people on a negative path that are ascending. So maybe that's where people get confused when they say everyone will ascend. You can ascend on a negative path, but you will not make it past the 5th dimension. You will, obviously, what happens to you again at the 5th dimension? You can't make it to the 6th dimension.
The universe, the way that the universe is designed, I mean, the law of one says that, you know, you will eventually have to turn positive or you'll just disintegrate.
And I'll tell sorry, I paused it, but I didn't want to start a whole new feed because I wouldn't have done it. I know, technical problems. Facebook hates us. I'm doing this broadcast on my main page too, so you'll notice they cut us off a lot more on this page, but I didn't think it was a very professional conversation for my other page.
Right.
Go ahead and tell us again about, you're talking about if you ascend in the negative capacity, about how you will have to feed off of others' energy forever.
Yeah, if you ascend and you are on the negative polarity, the difference is that you literally, to survive, to live, you have to feed off other people's fear energy. It's called loosh. Yeah, so,
and that's what they get with, like, with these terrorist attacks. They get tons of loosh energy, enough to last a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
We're gearing up for another one. I can't wait. We're gonna have another terrorist attack real soon, a fake nuke attack, I believe. That is one of the timelines. I'm trying to dissipate that though, and trying to make it so we don't see that. But that is in the future if we don't change things. So that's why I'm into prophecy, which would be seeing future probabilities. People don't understand we have a lot more power over our future than we like to believe. We can manifest any reality we want. We're in control of this. Only us. So every time that someone wakes up, a timeline is changing. An entire timeline will disintegrate. Every time someone wakes up, we're doing huge things. So we have to wake more people up. I'm seeing people that say, like, oh, can you make your group private? I don't like my friends seeing my posts. Then you need new friends. You need new friends. You need people that you vibe with. You need people that are spiritual. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, some of my friends aren't spiritual. They are. They just don't realize it. Everyone's spiritual. I think that the important thing is that you have to really be trying to wake up your family and your friends. I know a lot of people don't like that. I assure you, everyone thought I was crazy at first. The same people that thought we were, like, completely insane and were trying to give us life advice when their lives suck too. The same people whose lives suck will tell you you're crazy, you're doing things wrong, you know, you're not going to succeed, etc. And those same people will come to you later, I promise you, and be like, oh my God, oh my God, right? They will. So at first, this path can be hard. Your friends and your family are going to fall out of alignment with you.
Some people just aren't ready to hear what the truth and reality that we live in, what that truth is.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to say is, you know, we do make our own reality, and the more, you know, if we could get a big enough group of people focusing, like meditating positively just for like a minute every day, you could imagine what would change in the whole world.
Yeah.
You know, you could affect the reality of the whole world if you just meditate positive vibes.
And I do, and I'm about to get a huge meditation on going with this group, and that's what people are afraid of. I've already had messages passed to me from the reptiles saying they fear us, and that they fear us doing these meditations because they will cease to exist. I'm okay with that. People really believe that we need to balance the positive and the negative. I come from a world where negativity can't exist. I'm sorry, I'm from higher dimensions. My soul is from the 6th dimension density somewhere. And when you get to that point, the negative will cease to exist. So we don't need this polarity to learn as much as people think. People think, oh, we need it. We have to get used to it. We have to embrace it. No, we can completely dissipate it. We don't need it anymore. I feel that we don't need it anymore.
We can at least get, you know, we can at least work on the negative aspects of our reality now.
Yeah, we have to. I'm about to pull up a really unpopular subject of racism and liberals tomorrow, so you'll have to tune in, and I'll do blood types too, so I'm going to get more and more unpopular. So the people that are around me that don't like me now, that's cool. I love it. We can just make space for new people that want to be here.
Yeah.
Right? I look at it like a positive thing. If you have to unfollow me, that's amazing. I let you go and release you with love, because I'm having faith that the right people will have room to gravitate to me then. So I'm not for everyone. I guess people either love me or hate me, you know? Don't kill the messenger. I'm just a messenger bringing you guys messages to help your ascension. So I know people get really upset with that. If you have a problem with what I'm saying, you probably have a problem with higher entities as well, right? So I don't know. I think people just really need to do some soul searching during this energy. work on purging and purifying and getting rid of things not serving them. Another popular topic is my twin flame and I are not getting along during this moon. My twin flame and I are fighting. How about, I'm going to say something radical. How about this isn't your twin flame?
Oh, people are saying...
Yeah, it's the most popular thing I've seen in my inbox all day. And then people don't get why I can't just answer endless message upon message of the same questions all day long that people really won't appreciate my time and energy anyway. But it's a very popular question in my inbox. How about this person was just a soulmate or a karmic connection and you actually have someone that will love you the real way you should be loved in the future? How about, and this is for you, Candace, how about people giving you advice are not even with their twin flames, even though you believe they are? You like that one? So Candace, how about you have someone amazing that's coming to love you completely as soon as you can love yourself completely? Everyone else is a reflection. I mean, let's talk about the concept of twin flame. This is the other half of your soul. But if we're all one, aren't we all the same person? So technically, if you're me and I'm you, right? Isn't that like a soulmate connection anyway? Everyone is a deep connection to you. You just don't realize it. Every person you've ever loved or been with, you had a past life connection with, you contracted to learn with. But these were not your twin flames. Every person you've been with just had an aspect of your twin flame and is getting you ready for that ultimate love. You have to complete yourself as a person. You'll never get complete love reflected back until you can give it to yourself completely. And otherwise you're just going to get people that are broken coming to you until you fix yourself. So I know that'll be unpopular too, right?
Well, but that's
what this energy is showing you, though.
That's one of the biggest messages I keep coming across is you have to fix yourself. You have to love yourself.
You have to. Learn how to There's no yourself. Magic person coming to save you. Okay, I met my flame and I would think, oh man, this guy's gonna come save me now, right? Sorry, I had to do it all on my own and I had to do all the work myself. No one's coming to save you ever.
Robin, I've watched Robin work really hard.
How about all the crying? You guys don't see the crying. I quit Ascension. I quit being a light worker. Fuck everyone. Everyone hates me anyway. Why do I want to keep doing this? You don't see me when I'm crying and struggling through my own ascension. You guys just see like a little glimpse of my life. A very small glimpse of it. This path is very hard. Very hard.
Yeah, but you just...
Tell them about everyone would ascend into a rainbow light body if it was so easy.
Yeah, everybody would just become a rainbow light body.
If it was so easy, right?
Easy.
I'm not a rainbow light body. Yeah, I haven't made it there yet. None of us have. I know a lot of people think they made it. They're awake. We're never awake. I'm awakening. I'm never going to be awake here. I'm only awakening. People are like, oh, I'm awake. I'm ascended. I'm an ascended master. No, you're not. None of us have. We're not rainbow light bodies yet. Like, no, none of us are there. We're all equal in our journey. That's why I get so annoyed because everyone's like, people will come down on me about what I eat or something and be completely judgmental to me. But I'll tell you something. Then why aren't you guys rainbow light bodies if it's doing so good, if you're doing something so good, right? It's all about getting along with everyone. So when you lash out at someone, it's kind of like you're attacking God. You might think you're attacking the dark side. You're attacking God. You're attacking yourself and you're attacking God.
All the petty little things are really not, it's really inconsequential.
It is.
You know, we're working on something of a larger picture here.
We have to put aside what we want for the good of all at some point. Like, we have to put aside our desires to help the good of all. And maybe that's not for everyone. I don't know. People don't really realize my path either and what I'm doing. All I do is give my time as much as I can to everyone that needs it, like all the time. And our real jobs we're not getting compensated for. This is something that you have to want to do. It's going to be a calling in your soul, and maybe it's just not for everyone, right?
That's true. It takes a lot of dedication.
So I've been purging through my friends, like people that my third eye is open and my guides tell me anything, and I can access, like I just told you, endless information. So I already know, like, the people that talk about me behind my back, don't like me, whatever. I've been purging my friend list, and I'm sure a lot of people are really offended by the people I got rid of. I don't care. I'm becoming lighter, and that looks like getting rid of toxic, negative people. And some of these might be your friends and your family. Do it. You'll feel so much better after. It might be a little bit dramatic at first, but I'm telling you, I feel lighter every day.
Yeah, if people are just going to try to, you know, it's one thing to be confused and to need help, or, you know, anything like that.
It's another thing to vamp on people's energy and not to have a connection with source. Energetic vampires have no connection with source. You feed on other people's energy. I think that maybe people have to look at, take a deeper look at their own lives. I have to recharge with cosmic energy. I have to meditate every single day. I have tantric sex. I meditate. I do all sorts of things to make sure that I'm getting this cosmic energy that you guys all need. You guys don't need me. You could just tune into the cosmos and meditate and do it yourselves. My hope is that people are going to outgrow me fast. That literally you can absorb and download what I know and then move along and use this to change your lives. So I know that a lot of people just like to watch my show for energy. Why don't you try to use it to fix your lives? Try to deepen your own connection with the source. What do you want to talk about now?
I would say, if anyone, maybe people have questions.
Yeah, you guys have any questions for Mike? I'll read them. You got any questions for Mike? He's real knowledgeable on a lot of stuff. We're not very organized today. We're just in the car, and I had to go live because people were complaining that I'm not going live. I have a life too. I have an entire another job on Prison Planet you guys know nothing about, and I have a family and I have a life too. So I'm sorry if I'm not donating enough of my time, but maybe you guys could just step up and meditate and you guys wouldn't need me anymore. Maybe we could just work on that, right? Anything else? Mike told me to shut up. No, Mike told me to shut up via telepathy too. I'll just tell you that. I don't care anymore. I really don't care. I'm putting myself out there, good and bad, and you guys can either love me or hate me. It's okay. Because the universe loves me. It's all right. Anything else? Do you guys have questions for him? Let's do questions.
Yeah, what's everyone saying out there?
Yeah, let's see what you're saying. They're real quiet. That's why I don't know what to do. Any questions? Drew, give me a question. Hold on. I hit a button now. I can't even see them. Wait, let me see it. I'm trying to get the comments back. Hold on. Alright, I guess I'm going to finish then because I just literally got rid of the comments. I don't even know. But I'm going to finish. But if you guys want to like start a thread under the video and ask questions, I'll go ahead and answer them and type them out for you guys. I think we'll let you guys go on that note. But if you guys want to continue typing questions, we'll answer them for you guys while we're in the car. And I'm sending you lots of love and light and lots of divine energy. Use it to transform your lives.